Welcome back to the Big E.D.B Variety Show. This your boy Big E.D.B and this is
Ultra Combo, what's going on?
alright, and we're gonna be talking about smell goods. You know what I'm saying? It's that time of the year where even though it's not really it's technically fall, but the heat's still out. And then today we're trying to put y'all on some real good game and trying to see how y'all can smell good for Lolo. And what are some questions that you would have, you yourself being a self-proclaimed fragrance novice?
Um, since we kind of going into fall, still a bit warm here, kind of hot.
Yep.
Based on the fragrances that we do have here, what would you choose as your, say if you had to go into work? What would be your, or just out, since based on the weather? What would be your
Out.
go-to?
Based on the weather, if I want some a little bit fresh, non-offensive, just everyday day wear. If I'm working the morning shift, well, not the Nautica Boys, we'll talk about that later. But morning shift, I'd say Armoff, Aura, pretty much it smell like if Versace Man on Fresh took his ass to the gym and started lifting weights and got his weight up. Even though not a bad, Versace Man on Fresh not a bad scent, but the longevity ain't really there. But other one, San Java by Frank Olivier, kind of the blue to be exact. This is right here. It's pretty much like the pretty boy melon. You just want to just spray a couple of sprays, and it'll get you right. Now, also, if you want to go a little bit dark, but still be fresh, the ultimate sexy 80s. Dre Call Noir. I'm pretty sure if if you're up there in age, you know exactly what this is. So, and also, top down, the easiest all around Swiss Army knife of all of the fragrances. This is Club Danny Weed Intense Man, the EDT version. See it right here. Pretty much you can wear this anywhere, anytime, any place. You can dress it up, dress it down. Pretty much it's impossible to go wrong with this. Impossible. But this is the Creed Aventus Inspo. If you really don't want to pay the $600 price tag for the Creed Aventus, this right here only cost me like what, $45, 200 mil. Can't beat it. This is every which way. Now you want to still talking about fresh, strong, and also you want everybody to smell you, but it's not really too overpowering to the point of being cloying. TikTok hype beast Hawass was not really TikTok, it's the hype beast for a long time. Some says it's dated. Me personally, I still rock it to the gym. I wore it to work one time and somebody told me I smelled like a Dillard's cologne section. Wherever that meant. Okay, so
Ask a few questions about you, basically, with the smells.
yeah.
What got you into, like I know us as guys,
Yeah.
like we started getting a bit older, close to like 11 teenage years.
Yeah.
That's when our parents and everybody started buying us, more smells and things like that.
Yeah.
That's when we get on our journey. But what made you actually delve deeper? What got you into like being an enthusiast as a fragrance person?
As a fragrance person, me personally, I just want to look good, smell good, feel good. Looking good part was, came the smidge bit easier since the only thing I had to do just go to the gym, get some reps up. At the same time, I figured, hey, why not smell good too? And then I wanted to get some colognes for the longest times and really just didn't have the money for it at the time. But then got a little bit of my money up Then got my first designer cologne. You know what? I'm gonna be right back. This per se is not really my first designer cologne. However, as of course, most people's real designer cologne is the Dior Sauvage, one of the prince of all fragrances,
Now,
so to say.
what is this?
And this right there is the Canada event for most ladies. When they smell it, it reminds them of that's pretty much like the ex-boyfriend fragrance. You know, they smell like your ex.
And what's the name of it?
Paco Rabanne Woman, the Parfum version. Even
Okay.
though the EDT version is pretty good, but the Parfum projection takes like a very, 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 very slight hit. But the performance, out of this world. I know I can easily get around about 9, 10 hours. Now I remember one time I was going to LA and see one of my other homeboys wore this. I was at a Christmas party one time and I had this on. Then I decided to say, hey, you know what, since I got an early flight to catch, I decided, you know what, let me put this on, let everybody smell me at the Christmas party. Went to the airport, to the flight, and then to where my homeboy was at, he still smelt it on me. That's how powerful it is. That's how even though I freshen up a little bit, but otherwise than that, on like an additional spray, still carry me almost 24 hours.
Now, what's your process when finding your fragrances?
Well, you gotta know what smell good. You know what sticks out to you. Hey, you wanna smell fresh, you wanna smell sexy, you wanna smell professional, you wanna something to spray on. It's every day. That's what comes to mind every time I look for a fragrance. Now, see, also if you want to look for another everyday wear, it's not really, you can't get away with it professionally, but this is the Cartier Frisson, the original black bottle. It's pretty, I really wouldn't say it's a Creed Aventus inspiration, but at the same time, it's the pineapple. Pretty much both of these are pineapple beast, but this is way sweeter. It's like syrupy sweet. Nothing wrong with that considering the fact that it's sweet enough to it's not cloying in a hot summer heat. So you can I smell folks wearing this at the gym and it wasn't offensive at all. So I'm glad I picked this up. And this bad boy, just go ahead and take a wild guess how much this costs.
Probably like 15 on Amazon, maybe.
You almost there. That's the best guess I've heard.
About 10.
No, a little high,
About 20.
20, exactly. Around about $23. This beast, and I finally, speaking of Cartier Frisson and the sweetness, it's Arabic cousin. Well, both of them Arabic, but it's Arabic exclusive cousin. Untamed is pretty much the inspo of Versace Eros Najim. And also, most folks can't get Najim in the States so because it's actually a Dubai exclusive.
Oh, okay.
So, we pretty much ain't really and so well when it comes to actual getting the original fragrance. But folks at Lattafa decided to bless us with the opportunity of an inspo of that fragrance. And this bad boy right here only set me back around about $25. That's with tax.
Okay. So what type of fragrance would you say you enjoy most? Do you enjoy more of a earthy, smoky smell, a sweeter smell, something that has more like a fruit hint to it, or what type of smells do you like the most?
The most. It is.
Or do you find yourself buying when you do find your fragrances? What do you like? What when you get that fragrance? What is like? Yeah, this is the E.D.B here. This is the E.D.B here. What fragrance is that? Like the smell.
Well, the smell, I pretty much grown, sexy, oud, and which brings me to the GOAT
Now,
cheapie of all time.
is this a earthy, smoky smell, a sweet smell, or is it a like a fruit hint? Like what type is it? It's grown and sexy. Gotta explain it based on this question.
Grown and sexy. Feel like you said, earthy. Oud. Speaking of oud, top down, best one. Frank Olivier Oud Touch. Compliment Monster. This is so strong that I only need about what I made a mistake and sprayed 10 sprays on this
Good lord.
at work, even though I had at least about 4 people stop me in one day.
You were trying to kill the people, boy.
Compliment me,
Being
though.
and as strong as I don't know what.
Compliment me,
Good.
though.
Them boys out here smelling like the whole bottle.
Yes.
But hey,
yes.
I feel you. I feel you. Hey, sometimes shoot, you get a little overboard once it smell good. You get the spraying.
Yes, get the
You ain't
spraying.
thinking about it. Okay.
And then smelled it, fell straight in love. This right here is you can, but I will say this: do not spray more than 5 times when you're wearing this in the summer. Matter of fact, 3 should be good enough. But you can get a little bit more heavy-handed during the winter time, late fall, midwinter. Yes.
Now
This is
explain
your-
why. Why can't you get away with spraying a bit more in the wintertime? What
Oh.
makes it different?
The wintertime is the fact that cold air stifles most fragrances. Especially if you want to wear something like this, it is strong, but it's not going to be as strong
In the winter.
in the winter, exactly. But Nautica Voyage, please do not wear this in the wintertime unless you're in the gym, because you will not smell it at all. Trust
Now,
me.
does it matter whether it's the toilet, the EDP version, or is it the parfum? Does it matter if it's any of those versions?
To a certain extent.
Mhm.
The ADT pretty much is loud, like great projection, but at the same time, the longevity is not really going to be there. Nothing wrong with EDT per se, but actually, I don't mind EDT as a casual fragrance. You know you're not going to stay anywhere too long, and you just want to, hey, I'm showing my face. Hey, smell my cologne, you know what I'm saying? As soon as you get to the house, it does its job. It leaves the vicinity. It ain't going to overstay its welcome.
Okay. All right. So, speaking on that, since you were speaking on the longevity of the, I guess it would be like the quality of it, be the EDT, EDP parfum base. Would that be like the, how would they categorize that? What do they categorize it? When it be it's a EDT, a EDP, or a parfum? Is it like is that the quality of it, or is that just the level of it?
It's an oil concentration.
Okay.
Oil concentration.
So, based on the oil concentration of the fragrances, like you were saying with the EDT, would you be able to smell it more if you spray it directly onto the clothes versus on the body?
You can smell it more.
Or would it last longer? Would the fragrance last longer if it's actually inside of the fabric of the clothes versus being on the skin?
It lasts way longer on clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it'll still be like diminished based on the time. You'll be more like I'm loud and proud versus I'm quiet and you have to come up to me.
Right.
Okay. So what's the favorite for you? Do you like EDT, EDP, or parfums more? When you can get them.
When I can get them, I say the best of both worlds is the E.D.B. But also, I do have another category into the phrase called the straight to parfum.
Straight to parfum?
Okay. Straight, yep.
Explain what it is.
It's pretty much like a stronger version of the parfum.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, every straight to parfum I ever had, it's pretty much beast mode. Matter of fact, this is right here performs like a straight to parfum.
Okay.
And what is extract to parfum is pretty much like the heaviest oil concentration. I know that's actually 5 of them to be exact, maybe 6. You got Eau Fraiche, which pretty much you know when you put the Eau Fraiche on, it's like a very intimate. You know you're not gonna beat. It's like you're a date that you know that something gonna happen at the end of the night. You know something will happen. You know, like the eau de cologne, that is your, hey, I'm not trying to stick around too long. That's like your ultimate gym fragrances. I see a lot of those at TJ Maxx. Thanks for the birthday gift, by the way. Yeah. And then, hey, I want my cologne to be on me when I'm at the gym, but I want my cologne to leave when I leave the gym. That's gonna be your eau de cologne right there. Eau de toilette, as stated before, loud, proud, but it's not gonna stick around. It's like a firecracker. The eau de parfum is like a candle. You know, you bright it, you smell, you light the candle, smells good, performs all around, it stays around, and you know you can feel the heat sometimes, sometimes not. And that straight to parfum, I say it's like a bonfire. Now the parfum's a bonfire.
Okay.
So you can smell the fragrance. It's gonna stay for a long period of time, and you're gonna have to wash it off. And that's pretty much same as also the straight to parfum, but the bonfire is a little hard to put out, but at the same time it's not gonna be out of control. So that's my comparisons and the metaphors that I like to liken to the concentrations and the oil concentrations. Of the
so with the colognes, what are some that you are looking at getting? What are your fragrances that you would hope to bring to the the tiny table review?
Tiny desk review.
Tiny desk review. Tiny desk review. So which ones are you looking at bringing to the tiny desk review upcoming?
I know for a fact that this is gonna make a debut very soon.
Now, bring out some that you haven't gotten. So we're talking about fragrances that you haven't gotten yet, but you want to bring to the Tiny Desk review. So you have to bring up those. What would be some that you're looking at now that you don't have that you want to bring to the Tiny Desk review?
Lattafa, it's either Artisan Ethnique, pretty much Sugar Rush. I want to bring that one. And also, let's see, the Oud Wonder from Fragrance World is pretty much this, but stronger, lasts longer, and it's going to be in a way bigger bottle. Like Lattafa, you do your job, but I want to try something a little bit different. Well, not Lattafa, Made Alhambra, pretty much this same under the same umbrella.
Okay.
And also, one more thing that I really wanted to try is Samaya. It's not really, the name escapes me, but I just wanted, there's this one Louis Vuitton Imagination inspo that I really want to get my hands and nose on.
Okay.
And pretty much that is one of the go freshies. Even though Louis Vuitton is it's considered a high designer fragrance. Reason I say it's high because the price is high and also the quality is usually pretty high too.
Yeah.
So
Okay. How do you find your fragrances? What in like how do you go about looking for your fragrances? Or
well, me
when
personally,
you say like if you never heard of Nautica Voyage,
right?
who inspires you to look up Nautica Voyage? Is it like going through TikTok, or say if you know a rare Facebook book post comes up, Instagram or anything? How do you go about finding out about new fragrances?
Find new fragrances. Well, for me, pretty much YouTube, TikTok sometimes. Let me see. YouTube, TikTok. I know those are pretty much the only two.
If you have some shout outs to give about the pages so we can let people know what they can, hopefully be inspired about. If you remember the names now, it's fine.
I know Aromatics. Shout out to my boy E.D.B. He's one. Shout out to my man Ross at TLTG Reviews. And also Cuba Knows.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the big three that I specifically remember.
Okay.
And also Uncle Zach from Signature Sin Reviews. He's the one who actually put me on. Well, he really didn't put me on to Frank Olivier, but he expanded my knowledge upon the brand that is Frank Olivier. So,
Okay.
and speaking of Frank Olivier, if you see any fragrance that's in this shape bottle, just go and buy it. Buy it. And I know I bought my mama, I know this is Oud Touch, but I bought her White Touch, and that's one of her favorite fragrances. So for under $30, most of it's now I'm not that sure about the prices, but back in like a couple of years ago, there were the highest you're gonna pay is like $35, and that is a steal
Okay.
for the quality.
So would you say Frank Olivier is your favorite brand?
Not really my favorite brand, but it's on the Mount. It's top 10 easily.
Mm-hmm.
Top 10.
What would you say are your top 10 brands?
Okay, I know Paul Carbon's a good one. YSL. I know Armoff.
Mm.
This is no particular order, by the way. Rasasi, Afnan, of course, Latafa. They be keeping me fed for a long time. For the Lolo, love y'all. Keep doing your thing. And also, I shout out. I need to get the Kingdom. I'm not too sure what it's called, but it's called the Kingdom, or something along that line. I know one of the Kingdoms is the newest one. The other Kingdom is the the name is not coming to me right now, but I know one of the Kingdoms. Nope, Dynasty. The Dynasty is the one I'm looking forward to from Atafa, and the Kingdom is pretty much the elixir. I know it's elixir fragrances. The name brand is not coming. Jean Paul Gaultier. That one. That's one of the Tiny Desk reviews that that's gonna be on the Tiny Desk as soon as I get my nose and hands on it. So that's gonna be on that. It's coming up on the winter time. I'm hyped to get that.
All right. It was a question I had while you were speaking on it. What was that question? Let's see. Man, the question was there. Let me think. What was it I wanted to ask? It was, what is your number one fragrance? What is your number one that you just like? You can just spray at any time. That your number one that you just enjoy, that you see, you just like, yeah, I need this at all times.
Need this at all times. If I had to pick one. You know what? I'm gonna be back. Another Club de Nuit. But this one's lighter. This is the darker one. You can wear this to the gym, but it's too sexy to be for the gym. This is the parfum version. And trust me, there's a couple more that says parfum, but this is the sexy one.
Okay.
You know, it got a little bit of earthiness, a little bit of just a tad bit of patchouli in it. Oh man.
Oh yeah, this is nice. This is nice. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, you may be right. I would have to spray this outside of the gym. I would have to spray this outside of the gym.
Outside. This is for everywhere. This is for everywhere. Sexy edition. Like, you know, you feeling grown, feeling sexy, and, you know.
This is the by myself.
Right.
Duo or trio.
Yes, so. Hey. Just so you know. And also, this is perfect for layering by itself. As a matter of fact, I wore this and another fragrance in tandem to a Halloween party once. Even though I really didn't get any compliments, you know, but at the same time, I know by myself that I know I smell sexy. I know I smell dark, had on all black, just looking yum delicious. Yum delicious.
So for someone that's looking at getting into buying fragrances and just trying to filter through the voluminous amounts that's offered,
Right.
what would you say that someone should pick up as their starter
Starter,
that you can just recommend at any time?
recommend anytime. Gotta go with the all-time classic, Nautical Voyage. Very cheap. I got this big ass bottle for I know about $30. And this is my go-to everyday fragrances for a long time. This almost gone. So
Okay.
And also, shout out to Nautica for coming out with the Voyage Intent. About to get that real soon, even though it's like $36 for 50 ml. I'm still gonna cop it anyway. That's the first fragrance I bought from Amazon. Very first fragrance.
Okay.
And then hopefully I can get the I wouldn't say next generation, but the amped up, pumped up version. Hopefully I can get more out of the Intense, which I should get more because it's the E.D.B concentration from what I've heard. And I know that most fragrances that with the word intense in it, it's gonna be amped up. Now, if you want to be extremely risky, the Afro Leather by Mesa Alhambra. It's a dupe of African Leather by Memo. You can go one of two ways. You could smell grown, sexy, bold, or you could smell like a wild animal. There's nothing in between. That's out of one or the other. It smells good, don't get it twisted. It smells like it gives eucalyptus vibes, even though it really don't have any eucalyptus in there. But it has leather, oud, some musk. It's gonna get you either, like I said, you gotta watch out for this because you don't know what you're getting. This is like the ultimate wild card. So please be careful with this. If you have any sort of leather fragrances, especially one with leather and oud, just so you know, it's not a bad fragrance. I love it, but it's a wild card. You don't know what you're gonna get. So,
Okay, man, shoot. I don't have any other questions. I mean, is there anything else that you would like to say to anyone that's looking at getting fragrances, or any recommendations you can give to them, or just for people even experienced fragrance buyers? Anything you can give them?
and here's a tip: if you got the money, if you got that bread like that, you can afford to go to brick and mortar stores. But if you're trying to save up, trying to go easy on your pockets, please go online. Even though I've seen some brick and mortar stores where they have a great cologne, great cheapie, and then you go online, it's way cheaper. So the only time I suggest going to a brick and mortar store, if hey, you got the money, you feel like treating yourself, go ahead and go to that brick and mortar. But there's only one brick and mortar I know that give Amazon a run for their prices. Shout out to AZ and LA. That's the only place I know that will treat you right in terms of customer service and price. That's the only brick and mortar store I know right off the top of my head outside of rack stores. So, I know, you sure you ain't got no more no questions to ask before we head on out?
Nah, man, that's it for me. Oh, shit, I asked there as much as I could. I kept the combo going.
Got the convo going. All right, cool. Thanks for being here. Thanks for y'all tuning in. I'll see y'all next time. Big E.D.B and
Ultra combo out.
Out.